Hey everyone, welcome back to Playin with Makeup. My name is Yana Roz, and this is another week, another video, and another makeup look. This week I have a very special makeup tutorial. I would say it's a hard one and an easy one at the same time, and I'll elaborate on that. The easy part about this is the fact that we're not gonna do half of the face, just because it's a male character and the beard is gonna be covering half of my face. The hard part about that is the fact that because it's a male character, we're not gonna be focusing on glam and eyeshadows or anything like this. We're gonna be mainly focusing on drawing wrinkles. And this is exactly where the hard part comes into play, because honestly, I have never tried, not even attempted to try to draw wrinkles. I wanted to practice doing this kind of makeup before I'm actually filming it, but my schedule being so hectic, I literally didn't have a moment to try even to attempt to do this kind of makeup. And now I'm down to the deadline of making this video. So it's gonna be first time for me, I assume first time for you too. And this week it's gonna be Bob Ross. Bob Ross probably gonna be a little bit tricky, in the sense that obviously me and him don't share the same skin color. So I don't have a foundation to do a Bob Ross, but what I'm gonna do is just take my regular foundation and mix it together with this little thingy. I got it while purchasing something in Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's basically a free gift. So I'm just gonna take the dark one, mix a tiny bit of it into my foundation to create slightly darker color. Okay, mix the two foundations together. Let's see if it goes well or not. This makes me feel like maybe I just need a darker foundation overall, because it seemed to be matching me perfectly. And if you're gonna look over the last few videos, I feel like my foundation was too light for me, but only because I'm usually that light. That color usually matches my skin, but it's summer now, I work outside all day, so I get tan. I never even attempted to do male type of eyebrows. But what we're gonna do over here is just to try drawing individual hairs, because let's admit it, most males don't care for shape or anything like that. So essentially we're trying to create here a bushy eyebrow. Those would be my Bob Ross eyebrows. Now what we're going for in this video is essentially focusing on shading. You obviously know that wrinkle has no color. The only way it's visible, it's the shade it creates. It's the same basis as painting. You need to work on the shading, find the lighter parts and finding the darker parts, and this is how you create dimension. So that's exactly how we're gonna start doing all the bags, all the wrinkles right now. I'm a little lost of where I want to start, but let's start with the easier parts, at least the parts that seems easier to me. Let's start creating the bag under the eye. And for this, I'm gonna take my concealer and I'm gonna put a line down here and blend it upwards inside. And now, since it's a bag, we're gonna put white right above, right in between the eye and the bone right here, because this part of the bag is the one that comes up front, because this is the depth of it and this is popping out as a bag should. That's why this part, we're gonna put some concealer to make it pop and create a bag. Now I'm gonna take a smudge brush and try to fluff it up a little bit so it's not gonna be such a sharp line. So this is as baggy as I could make it. Now we're gonna proceed with all the other wrinkles. So we're gonna make a few wrinkles coming out of the eyes. Bob Ross has one very harsh line, which is on the forehead. This one is gonna be pretty deep. As you guys see, I already blended it downwards, because when you think of light logically, of course it depends what angle the light is coming from, but in most cases, if for example you talk about outside lighting, it comes from above, which means that it's gonna shine on this part of the face and everything down is gonna have the shade, which means all the wrinkles we blend them downward, and then when we put the concealer we blend it upwards, which is gonna create a wrinkle. Now the next part is pretty much up to your concealer. My concealer is super light, so I'm gonna try to use as little as possible. But what we're gonna do right now, at the same place that we placed all our wrinkles, we're gonna draw the line right above the visible line and blend it upwards to create that dimension that we're looking for. So at this point, I can just go put my wig on and Bob Ross is done. So here it is, the finished makeup look for today. There is tons of happy little accidents and I'm ready to beat the devil out of my brush. Yes, I think the wrinkles came out pretty good. The bag is too. The beard is super uncomfortable. But yes, that's the makeup video for today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe because I work really hard on those and I would like your support and would like to see you again, obviously. There is another surprising look that I'm preparing for next week, and there is still one more video for October that needs to get filled up. So if you feel like you have some kind of a great idea of a costume that I can do, make sure to comment it in the comments down below. And if in any point of this video you are interested to know what kind of products I was using, they're all gonna be listed in the description box down below. I would very much like to hear your opinion and see you next week. Bye!